Maya Nadi. It was a blissful experience, something different, something I never felt before. A kind of wholesomeness. It felt like a trance. I think last time I felt something so different was when I watched October by Sujit Sarkar starring Varun Dhawan, and you don't know what to feel at all after watching the film. And the same thing happened here. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we'll be talking about the Malayalam film Mayanadi, directed by Ashik Abbu, written by Shyam Pushkaran and Dilesh Nair, starring Tovino Thomas, Aishwarya Lakshmi and many more. The first thing that struck me while watching the film was that this is a very mature film. The treatment is very mature. The film treats us as a mature audience to understand these complex situations. The film at no point is forcing emotions onto you. There's no cue to music to make you emotional, make you cry, even with the last scene. It's definitely a slow film. Sometimes it feels like it's dragging and you don't know where it's going. But looking back at it, it doesn't matter where it's going. Actually, it's very simple where it's going. There's nothing much happening in the film altogether if you see plot wise. And this is a trait of a Malayalam movie that you don't need to know where the film is going. Just tag along, go with the flow. Sometimes it works very well, sometimes it doesn't work at all. But here, it just works. And it's a suspense romantic drama. And I'm not sure if it really fits it because I don't know which genre this film comes in. But does that matter? There's some beautiful shots and there were some pretty shots. And these are two very different things. The songs were shot magically and it felt like moving paintings. Guys, if you like this video, do hit the thumbs up button because when you do that, YouTube promotes this video and more people can watch it. Also consider subscribing and hit that bell icon to get notification whenever new video drops. I think the biggest surprise for me was how good the cast was. And not just the lead actors, even the side characters. Even characters who had just two lines. Even the characters who didn't have any line, they were just there in the frame. And that helps to make things believable, make it authentic. Look at the scenes of the auditions. Everyone there present fits well in that scene. Look at the wedding scenes. I've never attended a wedding in Kerala. I don't know how things work there. But still I can tell if it's real or not. Because everyone there felt real. And that makes a huge difference. All the characters were so well written. The first 15 minutes of the film set up a solid start. And from the start you know that the tone of this film will be very different. Because even in the first 15 minutes when three guys are shot dead, there's no suspense music at all. In no way you're thinking, oh, this is a gangster film. No, not at all. Because they didn't treat the film like that. You know you are in for something very different. Aparna, played by Aishwarya Lakshmi. For me, it was her film. Such a well-written character. That too, such a well-written female character that we don't get to see. She just stood out for me in the film. She was so real and relatable. I can totally believe if a character like that exists in real life. We delve into her so much. Her fears, her insecurities, her relationships. Her mother drives me crazy. Again, respect, honor above everything. She doesn't care about her own daughter. She lost her father at a very early age. She lost a very important male figure in her life. And then she falls in love with Matan and get betrayed by him too. She's alone, she cannot rely on anyone in her life and she has to fight her own battles. And she's jealous. She's jealous of her friend Samira, who made it big but she didn't yet. Samira did got her an ad, but she also gave her a used dress to wear because she was done with it. And even Samira's story. It was a side plot but it did make sense. And Sobin Sayer, he just had 30 seconds of a role. Oh my god. And I wanted to just beat him up. He acted as a douchebag so well within those 30 seconds. And that's what I'm saying, right? Because the characters are so fleshed out, even the side characters, that even if you make a spin-off series of these characters, I would like to watch it. That's what, no, this film doesn't need their story to be completed because it's not about them, but they're part of this whole world, right? And that's what makes this world believable and real. It doesn't feel like these characters only exist for the movie, that's it, and they're done after it. And that's a big problem in most of the films, where you feel that when the movie ends, the characters are done. Even Mathan's boss, he was part of the underworld but now he settled down, he married a widowed. It is such an interesting idea. I believe that it happened and I would love to watch a film about it. And that's what we call outstanding writing. Mathan, played by Tovino Thomas, his character was simple. And we always think, the character should be complex. That's what we call a good character. But no, he was very simple and I like that. We get to know his backstory later and which is very messed up. But he's mentally stable. You could have taken this story and made him a mentally unstable person, maybe make him a joker. But no, they didn't go that route. It's too cliche. Because in real world, a lot of people have messed up childhoods, but they are mentally fine. And the way Tovino Thomas plays it, the character gives you a very normal guy vibe. Him just sitting, checking his mobile, checking Instagram, listening to music. A very normal guy you see every day. And the best thing is that he's not perfect. He makes mistakes. I was thinking that, we didn't get to know much about him. We didn't get into his psyche at all. But in retrospective, there are a lot of hints throughout the film that shows us what he thinks. Consider his job. He just wants to earn quick money. That's it. He doesn't care about what society thinks. He wants to get a good job. Not at all. The way he's spending his money. When the police officer visits his house, he has all these watches, so many cars, bikes. Like he's spending money on material things, which gives you a clue that he's looking for happiness. And he thought buying all of this stuff will bring him happiness. But clearly it didn't work for him. He's clearly not happy. And when by accident he causes the death of the policeman, he's feeling guilty. He's getting those flashbacks. He has a conscience. And now he's done running, He just wants to settle down with someone who he loves. And to be honest, when he died, I didn't feel emotional or sad. I was happy for him because he finally got liberated. Since he was left alone when his family died till now, he's finally free. And he had no future, to be honest. He tried. He almost got there. But again he screwed up. And I think he even also accepted his end. The last 15 minutes, the film was killing me with the suspense. And look at the master filmmaking here. We know what's the outcome of all of this. We know it. We know he'll die at the end. There's no escape. This is not that film that there'll be some miracle and he'll, get out of it. Not at all. But we still want it. And how practically they were just delaying the outcome for us, which was creating anxiety for us as well as the characters in the film. Something was building up because the characters also know the outcome and they are just waiting. They are waiting. And we are also waiting with them. And to induce that emotions within the audience too, it's just amazing. And through those scenes, as I talked earlier, we explore more about the police too. What are their thoughts? What they want? They just want revenge for their fallen mate. What is morally right for them? What they think about love? How their experience is playing on all of this. The head inspector, his past experience about love. What happened to him with his wife leaving him, and he's still consumed by that hate. He doesn't believe in love, and at the end when he tries to discourage Mathan about his love, he just says he doesn't care because he loves her, and boom, it's over. And we knew it's coming. That was the end. We all knew it, but still it shocks us because it came when we were not expecting it. The film deceived us. And that's good filmmaking. This movie was such a different experience altogether. When Lijo Jose Pellicer showed up, I was so happy. I was watching this film with other viewers on Discord, and you can ask them, I just shouted when he showed up on the screen. Because I thought he's not the guy who would, do a cameo like this in a film. I felt he was very reserved, but I really enjoyed watching him on screen. The whole cast was solid, but for me, Aparna, played by Aishwarya Lakshmi, this movie belongs to her. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like this, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. Would love to hear that. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out the videos, and if you like them too, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Stay home, stay safe.